Welcome to another One Piece episode review. Today we'll talk about episode 1129, an emotional roller coaster. This episode focuses on Kuma's heartbreaking past, and also sets the stage for the God Valley incident. It's full of tragedy, hope, anger, and of course the Celestial Dragon's cruelty. Oh, and yes, we'll also talk about Garling Figarland's hair. Don't worry about that. So, first of all, the episode starts at Egghead, where we see Bonney, Saturn, and the others. Saturn picks up Bonney and tells her that Kuma was born to be a slave. Again, Saturn refers to people like insects. For the elders and Emu, all humans are insects. Now, Saturn says Kuma was born to be a slave because he's a Buccaneer. Hearing this, Bonnie's pain and rage are clearly visible. She dives into Kuma's memories, triggering the flashback. Bonnie's connection with Kuma is deep. He's not just a father figure, but a hero to her. Kuma's struggles didn't end with slavery. Even after that, the world government tortured him. The pacifistas, one of the government's most powerful weapons, are based on Kuma and the Buccaneer tribe. That's so ironic. The very tribe they tried to wipe out, they now use as the foundation for their power. The tiny flashback in the beginning, where Kuma dances with Bonney doing the Nika dance, that was heartbreaking, bro. The animation at the start of the episode perfectly matched the emotion. Kuma's pain makes us wonder, how much can one person take? But still, Kuma's heart, his courage, and his faith in Nika, that's what makes him a true hero. In the beginning of the flashback, we see Kuma's childhood in the Sorbet Kingdom with his loving parents, Clap and Ginny. We learn their family has Buccaneer blood, a rare and powerful tribe with strength like giants. But this becomes the reason for their tragedy. When the world government discovers their Buccaneer heritage, they are enslaved. At just 4 years old, Kuma is separated from his mother, and in a truly heartbreaking moment, we learn that his mother dies in slavery. It was devastating, bro. Kuma went through a lot. At such a young age, he's made a slave, and then faces torture upon torture. After seeing all this, I've made up my mind. Celestial dragons should be picked up and smashed into the ground at the end of the series. They should be tortured the same way. Otherwise, there's no justice. If they're left alive or forgiven, that would be wrong. They've been torturing people for too long. It's so heartbreaking, bro. Later, we see Kuma still holding on to hope with his dad, but then he loses him too. His father is killed right before his eyes by a celestial dragon. That was heart-shattering. Enough to make any One Piece fan cry. That scene, it just tears your heart into pieces. We saw Clap telling his son Kuma the story of Sun God Nika, cheering him up with a joyful dance. But then a world noble shoots him just because he doesn't like the noise. Kuma's pain and his real-life struggles, they hit hard. Kuma was just a boy who wanted to be happy with his family. That's it. But the Celestial Dragons took everything from him. This flashback shows us how painful Kuma's life really was. Lost his mom, watched his dad die in front of him, enslaved, tortured, yet still, he kept his heart pure. And this is just the beginning of the flashback. Kuma's struggles start at the age of 4. This will break our hearts a lot more going forward. One more amazing thing in this flashback was Kuma's belief in Nika. Here you see, Nika is a warrior who frees the slaves, and his legend lives on through rhythm and dance. That's where the drums of liberation come in. As a child, Kuma hears this from his father. It becomes part of his heart, and later, he passes the same story to his daughter Bonney. Kuma says, just like Nika, he wants to free people. This concept of Nika is huge. Some One Piece fans even believe that Kuma's bloodline might be linked to Nika, since Nika's story is part of their heritage. But for now, we can see it's hope that drives Kuma forward, even after all his pain and struggle. Now let's talk about the God Valley incident, which begins in this episode. 38 years ago, God Valley was an island where the Celestial Dragons hosted a disgusting event called the Native Hunting Competition. This game was completely sadistic. They hunted slaves and the island's people for fun. It was horrifying. This is where Garling Figarland emerged as a champion. And of course, St. J. Garcia Saturn was also present. This event shows us just how cruel the Celestial Dragons are. We also see Ivankov and Ginny arriving to rescue Kuma, and from here, their fight for freedom begins. This God Valley flashback is packed with history. Rocks pirates, Roger pirates, world government, holy knights, Garling Figarland. Everyone was there. We'll explore that in the next episode. But now, let's talk about the most random thing. What happened to Garling Figarland's hair in the latest episode? Like, what even is that hair color, bro? In the manga, the fan-colored version was so cool, but in the anime, they gave him a weird yellow and purplish gray shade. It doesn't even look natural. It's like they dragged him out of Tokyo Revengers and dropped him in one piece. Looks like he picked up a cheap hair dye and thought, yeah, this is Celestial Dragon drip. And bro, after being Shanks' dad, his hair color is the exact opposite of Shanks' iconic red. Fans are straight up saying this ruined their mood. He's supposed to be the leader of the Holy Knights, and this is his swag? Compared to Shanks' red hair, this looks like a failed science experiment. No clue what the animators were smoking when they made this choice, but personally, I didn't like it. Maybe you did. Feel free to share your opinion. But yeah, everyone's talking about it. Look at this. Expectation versus reality. Seriously, bro, I was expecting this. But what we got was just disappointing. Recent events got me thinking, what if they do the same thing to Shamrock's hairstyle? If that happens, it'll ruin the entire vibe. Look at this one, bro. What is this? We all know Luffy loves calling people by weird nicknames. I feel like he's gonna call Garling Banana Head or something. We all agree this should happen, right? Exactly. Because the Celestial Dragons have been horrible. Torturing people, enslaving them, killing them, completely ruining lives. They control everything in the world, and they deserve to go down. I just hope that at the end of One Piece, they don't suddenly forgive the Celestial Dragons or something. If that happens, it would be a huge letdown. They should all die. Another thing, no one's talking about this baddie. They casually dropped the hottest woman of the arc without anyone even noticing. Where did she go? But yeah, side note, she was beautiful, and it's sad she was shown in only one scene. And now, Nika's dance is legendary. No doubt about it. This moment, bro, the rhythm, the drums of liberation. I really hope that at the end of One Piece, after everything ends, all the races come together, and we get a massive banquet scene with the drums of liberation playing, and everyone doing Nika's dance, just like the Skypiea banquet, but this time it will be the ultimate celebration. It was amazing foreshadowing, and I hope they bring it back in the future with everyone. Also, the animation made him look British. No comment on that, bro. Enough said. The difference in aura is just crazy. It's clearly visible. In the manga, Garling Figarland's aura was intense. I still remember when the chapter dropped. Everyone was hyped after seeing his younger version, and everyone thought his hair would be red. I even made a video about it.